What if I told you that your car dealer could be silently draining thousands of dollars from your wallet and you wouldn't even know it? I'm about to reveal 5 most shocking car dealership secrets and a bonus tip most buyers never hear about that could save you $3,000 or more on your next vehicle purchase. But before that, I have a question for you. Have you ever walked out of a dealership and thought, wait, did I just get scammed? If yes, share your story in the comments. Let's expose the tricks together. So the number one thing that they don't tell you about is the interest rate markup. Now, what are they trying to hide here? Let's say you get qualified for 5%. The bank qualifies you for 5%, but the dealer will come and tell you, hey, you know what? You qualified for 7%. That's a very good interest rate compared to the 14.99% that other people have to pay. It is a very good interest rate. You have a great credit history, blah, 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 blah. They'll make it sound so exciting that, you will think, oh my God, that's a really low interest rate. Whereas they are keeping the extra 2% in their pocket. They are marking that up. And over an 8-year loan, I know there are rare 8-year loans, but I'm just giving you a ballpark. So over an 8-year loan, that can cost you more than $3,500 extra. Imagine paying for a family vacation and never taking it. Let me give you an example. A buyer in Brampton was quoted 8.5% interest by the dealer. After checking with her bank, she discovered that she qualified for 5.2%. That's $4,100 difference over the loan term. And this is exactly what you can do. You don't have to get it financed by the car dealer. You can go to your bank or your credit union, whoever is lending you the money, maybe your family member, ask them how much interest rate will they charge. If they will charge, if you know how much you'll be charged and the bank comes back and says, hey, you know what, I'm going to charge you this much, negotiate with them. Negotiate and try to bring them down to the percentage that other people or other banks are charging you. And if they come down to that, then well and good. If not, then just get it from the bank. Why pay the dealer the extra percentage? The second thing that they don't tell you is that a clean title is not always a clean title. Sometimes cars with clean title may have flood or accident history, sometimes hidden due to cross-border sales or delayed reporting. So one Ontario buyer found out that their certified SUV had US flood damage. 6 months later, when a mechanic found out rust inside the frame and corroded wiring, they came to know that the car was involved in a flood. In another incident, a man in Mississauga bought a used sedan marked as clean. After a rear tire started tilting, a body shop revealed it had been welded after a major rear-end collision. It was never reported to Carfax. So what can you do in this? You should not rely on just one vehicle history report. Get an independent inspection, plus use multiple VIN checks like Carfax, CarProof, AutoCheck, etc., etc. And always ask them, was this vehicle ever registered in the US? So the third thing is the add-on scam. I'm sure everyone goes through this at a dealership. They will try to upsell you services or products, things like VIN etching, tire nitrogen, fabric protection, rust proofing, etc., etc. What they don't tell you is that these things, they cost them around 30 to 50 or maybe $100, but they will try to sell you those things for more than $1,000. That's a huge profit margin. And sometimes they will just add these things in the paperwork, and this will come as a surprise to you when you see the final bill. For example, a buyer noticed a $1,200 protection package fee. It included nitrogen in the tires, which was worth $10. And then there was floor mats and a branded keychain. This guy, when they challenged the dealer, they removed $800 off. Can you imagine? $800 off, and they still kept the $400. I'm sure it would still not have cost them $400. It would still have been less than $100. But you want to be aware of these things. These are the things that can happen. There are all sorts of salespeople working at dealerships, and you want to be aware of these people. And you should also read the bill line by line. Hey, you know what? You would rather spend 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or maybe an hour reading the bill line by line, then come back home and realize that you paid thousands of dollars in extra fees. At number 4, we have the fake price illusion. What are they trying to hide here? Let me tell you. The online or sticker price is just a bait. Dealers tack on freight, PDI, which is pre-delivery inspection, documentation fee, an admin fee, tire taxes, and more, etc., etc. They will try to add whatever fee they can come up with. Like, these are just creative words that they come up with at dealerships. I guess in the meetings, this is what they discuss, right? So, they will try to add those fees. But the sticker price will not actually be your final price. And your $26,000 car could become a $29,000 car really quick. And you may not even notice that. Let me share another example. So a buyer saw a 2020 Camry listed for $24,999. That's almost $5,000. By the time she reached the payment stage, there was $2,495 freight and PDI charge plus $799 in mandatory fees. So that was an additional almost $3,300 added to the listed price. So listed price is not always a listed price. It's probably, just to get you to inquire about the car or to come see them at the dealership. It's just to invite you to the dealership and then upsell you all the other things. So to avoid yourself a hassle, what you can do is you can call ahead of time, right? You can ask them on the phone, right? Take their time. If they don't care about your time, take their time. Call them ahead and ask them, are there any other charges that you would be adding to the listed price? And if they tell you there's no charges, then get the name of the person you spoke to, and then go and sign the deal. But if they tell you that there are extra charges, then you want to shop around. You want to go to someone else who's not going to charge you extra fees. And at number 5, we have trade-in trickery. What are they trying to hide here? Dealers often undervalue your trade-in while keeping you focused on the monthly payment. Then they will inflate the new car price to make it look like you're getting a better deal. And what's the end result? You lose money both on your old car and the new one. Let me give you an example. So a buyer was offered $5,000 for a trade-in, which was worth $7,000. Now, the dealer orchestrated the deal in such a way that, the buyer was made to feel that they were getting a $2,000 discount when they actually were not giving any discount. They were just using the extra $2,000 that they were making from trade-in and giving it back to the client or the customer. So what you can do as a smart buyer is that go ahead, don't even mention the trade-in. Don't tell them that you have a car to trade in. First, negotiate with them as much as you can. And after that, tell them that, hey, you know what, I have a car to trade in. Then see what they say. And better, if you could go to other dealers and ask what the value of your car is, so that you have a number at the back of your mind, and you'll be able to tell them, hey, you know what, there are other people that are offering me a better price. Can you match that? If they can, then well and good. If not, then make a decision based on what they're offering you. Now here comes the bonus tip, which is the end of the month hack they hope you don't know. So what is the secret? Sales people have monthly quotas on the 28th, 29th, and 30th, and they're under pressure from managers to close deals fast, often at a loss, just to meet targets. So this is what you should do. Walk into a dealership on the 30th or on the 29th or the 30th and make an offer to them. And you'd be surprised to see how low they'll be able to go sometimes on those days, because they have to meet that target. They have to sell that car. And here's a pro tip. Rainy weekdays at month end are even better, because there are few buyers going on a rainy day to buy a car. So the salespeople are more desperate to sell cars. So that is when you get them. So my friend, if they can be trained how to sell things, you can also be trained how to buy things. Tell me in the comments, what was the worst thing a dealership ever tried to pull on you? Let's help each other by exposing tactics in plain sight. If you're learning something new, then hit that like button and share this with someone who's buying a car. You might help them save $3,000 or more. Alright friends, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, then make sure you do that. I'll see you again with another video, my friend.